Craig. Lots of this weekend. Whole lot of What up, Jobins? Episode 84. Schmidt, you didn't fix your mic before you guys started. I know, I'm doing it now.
Hey, man, it's all about adjusting the mics, making them perfect.
How we doing, Brenden?
Doing good.
How you feeling?
This is like the best I've actually felt with the mic up. Moving it and adjusting it. Been working on the kitchen pod.
Oh, yeah. Jobins, we're COVID-free. This week, I'm finally getting back to my routine, getting back to work. That's going to be nice. It was, not going to lie, a little shitty being fucking quarantined in our apartment, not being able to do all the fun stuff that we've been missing out on. Sean treats me like I'm a goddamn killing germ.
Yeah, a leper or something.
Yeah, it's okay, though. I completely understand. I would hate to get the little one sick. It'd be awful. But yeah, Jobins, we're finally getting back to our routines. It's nice. What else you got? Anything new with you this week? You didn't go to jiu-jitsu.
So I know. I've been off a week for jits because of the COVID too, and it's like, man, it's going to be nice to be back there. I don't feel like crap. Well, I didn't feel like crap ever. I was pretty much asymptomatic the whole time.
Yeah, you had it the worst. You couldn't do any of the fun stuff, and you just felt fine. I think we both needed the much-needed rest that we got, though. Mm-hmm. When you get COVID, Jobins, shout out Sona. Hope he's fucking alive. Someone check on him. But yeah, rest the fuck up. That's what I needed. Plus, we went, 6 days with so much, like, I can count with my hands on how many hours of sleep we had. So, we needed it. But big announcement, Jobins. Sugar Shane bought us a house, bought the Jobin house. This is something that we've been talking about, oh my God, for years now. It's always been kind of a dream. Sean fucking did it. I thought he was going to do it. He bought a nice chunk of land outside of his house. I don't know what he's doing. He's got so many plans and shit. Who knows what he's going to do there. I'm sure it's going to be sick. But then he's like, yo, this is how crazy he is, Jobins. Right before his fight, like literally a week before his fight, he's like, yo, Schmidt, you want to go with me and look at houses and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, we can worry about all that after your fight. Do your thing. Jobins, when Sugar Shane wants something, he gets it done. He does not fuck around. He doesn't talk. He gets it done. Because sure enough, literally a couple days after that, he comes with, hey, Schmidt, I got a house. You want to go look at it with me? Still haven't got to yet just because we have been so busy. And he's out in Miami right now with Tim and the Nelk Boys, which I can't wait to see the fucking content. Mm-hmm. They're already showing little videos of like them and Salim. Dude, I bet they're going to have some sick content. But yeah, when he gets back, we're going to go check the house up. It's insane. It's like a 5-bedroom house. It looks very spacious. I'm so excited. Sono's moving down with us. It's going to be us three. So yeah. And what I want to do, dude, like my goals and dreams with everything in the Jobin is I want to amplify the Jobin experience. You know what I mean? I want to make it like the Nelk Boys. That's where my vision is with Jobin. Like we could turn this house into the Jobin content house. Endless.
What I'm excited about too, it's like it's not like being like given to, although it's like thank you so much for the opportunity to get the house and everything, but like allowing us to really earn it is going to be even more rewarding too. And then when we keep progressing in this house, the Jobin house, and making it better, like it's a really cool, I think it's going to be a dope journey. So thank you to Sean again for the opportunity to embark 100%. On that journey.
It's on us, dude. I think it's on us to help. I think we're doing a great job. It's really cool when we go to the events, you guys, all your comments and supporting us. But when we show up to the events and you guys are saying Jobin, all this, that just tells me we're on the right path and we're doing it right. So we're getting ready to upgrade. It's going to be nice. Me and Brenden are going to have our own pod room. Sean's going to have a gaming room. Me, Sona, and Brenden, we're all going to have our own rooms. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, dude, just keep building that brand and maintaining that Jobin spirit of like hard work and determination and freaking getting to the levels we want to get to.
I feel like that scene in Step Brothers. Like, we got so much room for activities. Like, we can come up. I know we can come up with some fun stuff. Mm-hmm. We just got to get some equipment. We got to just level up. So, yeah, incoming content with that, Jobins. And, yeah, like Brenden said, thank you, Sugar Shane. It's life-changing shit, bud. And, we are very appreciative of it. We're not going to let you down. We're striving to get better every day, just like you, champ. So, appreciate you. Yeah. So, yeah, that's exciting. What else is exciting? We got a lot of fucking fights, dude. Last night's fights were insane. Yeah. And then this weekend's fights are going to be insane. So much is going on in the UFC world. It's insane.
Dude, I guess we should probably just hit off on those fights that went down, right? From last night. It was freaking crazy. We missed a few fights because they started early what's up with that, fam? Like, I know ABC was broadcasting it, but like,
oh yeah, fuck you, UFC, getting me all jolted up like that, having a fucking stacked card. I was tired, and then I was like working on the vlog, turned them on, I was like, oh shit, and then it got me. Then the way the fights were going down, damn. But then guess what? I was all tired, and it's fucking 1 PM. I'm like, damn, I'm all tired now. Thanks, UFC. It was cool.
Dude, but at least the thing was we got to the one fight. Like, it started off with good fights as soon as we got on. We missed a few fights at the beginning, but then the first fight we were able to catch was the Ricky Simone versus Jack Shore fight.
Yeah.
And that was pretty crazy because Jack Shore had that stand-up. We were thinking he's got it in the bag on the feet. Ricky Simone putting on that grappling performance, doing the clinching, the takedowns.
I thought Jack made a couple mistakes in that fight, which was kind of crazy. Because I thought he was doing good in moments, and then he just, like, when he shot for that takedown against Ricky, I was confused because Ricky was looking better in the grappling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, it was crazy when Ricky landed that punch, dude, and then just sent him wobbling. Wow. And then he capitalized and got that submission.
Yeah, he ran for the head and arm triangle choke. Oof.
Yeah, but it's funny, dude. Everyone, they get a win in the bantamweight division. Who do they want to call out?
Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. So they know who the money fight is. They know who the real fucking fight is. Oh, sorry, Ricky. I think Sean pieces him. I think Sean's too quick. He's too long. Sean gets out of the way too much. I think if it did go to the ground, if Ricky got Sean to the ground, I think Sean would surprise him with his grappling.
And Jack Shore was tagging him still.
Yeah,
so you got to think Sean O'Malley's going to be tagging him, but also probably slipping more punches than what Jack was.
Oh, way more accurate. I think Sean would be way more. Jack was swinging fucking fire in those combos, but a lot of them were missing. Mm-hmm. Whereas Sean, but then some of them weren't. That's why when he went up against the cage with them, when he shot for that takedown, when he was landing punches up against the cage, that surprised me. I was like, huh. And he was the big bad wolf. So, yeah, that was a good one.
Shout out to Ricky Simone, though, for sticking to his game plan and seeing it through. But you call out our boy, you ain't gonna make it.
I think that fight I think that fight would be fun. I think it'd be an interesting, fun fight. I think it happens one day. It's inevitable when two people are going like that. I was telling Daniel when we talked to Daniel, because I was thinking it'd be fun if they did Ricky versus Mario. Mm-hmm. That kind of makes sense with the rankings and everything. Both coming off a great win. I think that'd be a really fun fight. I'd like to see that one.
I'd like to see Mario win, too.
Yeah.
Freaking go.
Dude, talk about Jobins. Did we see the fucking biggest comeback in the flyweight history? Did we see that? Matt?
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're going. I feel what you're saying, dude. Yes. Matt Christopher Schnell versus Sue Mudarji.
What a fight.
Yeah, dude. Sue Mudarji's a Chinese fighter. He's been fighting for a long-ass time, even though he's 26.
That's a remind. Those one of those fights where it's just reminded on how beautiful MMA is. Anything can happen. It's insane. You got a dude, boom, elbow. Oh my God, it's over. Boom. Oh my God, he's still alive. Boom, another elbow. Oh my God, he's gonna fucking die. No, he's back to life. Boom, another elbow.
Yeah, he elbowed him like 3 times, like you said,
dude,
and he dropped it. He was stumbling.
What do you gotta do to kill this man? What do you gotta do? And then to fucking choke him out like that, and that was an insane submission, Jobins. Fucking in his crotch. What was it called? Do you remember?
Oh,
I forget.
Wait. Yeah. Survives the finish.
More like
it was a triangle choke.
It was just a triangle.
It was a triangle choke.
It was just a sick one, dude. The way he was doing it.
Dude, he busted him up too first.
And the dude was R.I.P. Dude. That was an insane fight.
To be fair, Sue Mudarji did hurt him a bunch of times on the feet before that, where we thought that. So he did have not a bad fight, but I think the heart and the experience that Matthew Schnell showed was the factor that edged him out to win.
That was exciting.
Fight of the night.
Dude, how many were there? There's so many fight of the nights in that night. I love them.
There was a lot of performance. That was definitely the fight.
It's like Dana White, hand them out. I didn't see how many. I haven't looked yet. But he should have been handing them out like fucking candy last night.
Thing is this, though, because a lot of people talk about how our boy's a can crusher, but at the same time, Matt Schnell almost freaking died. Is it really fight of the night when you take that much damage?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, though? It's it's not really beneficial for him,
dude,
for Matthew Schnell to take that much damage.
That's a dog. He's
in
like he said in his post fight, he's a dog, dude. Obviously, no one wants to take that damage, but that's in no fighter's game plan at all. Mm-hmm. Charles made that one funny comment, but I don't think that's in any fighter's game plan is to take damage like that ever. So to be able to overcome it, take the damage, come over that adversity, yeah, dude, that was fun. Dude, Frankie Edgar, Gray Manor, fights like that. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Rose Namajunas, Pat Barry and Czech Combo.
Czech Congo, dude, that was crazy.
Like fights like that, dude, like holy, you don't see shit like that all the time. I'm sure everyone in the crowd was probably going nuts.
I get it, but at the same time, I'm in a disagreement. I don't think they should be called. I think a fight of the night, I guess fight of the night does work, but performance of the night, like to be the greatest fighter and have the best fight, you have to take no damage and just put on a display like
what
that.
What if his next fights he doesn't, and that was just one of his fights, and he fucking overcame that.
Yeah.
You know
We'll see. I'm a huge fan though. Both guys, they did a great job.
Yeah. You know what I want to talk about too? The fucking commentators, Jobins. How about their new fucking Happy Gilmore jackets?
Happy Gilmore, the ABC Gold jackets.
Yeah, dude. It reminded both of us of Happy Gilmore. And you know what, Jobins? You know who fucking Shooter McGavin is in that group? Fucking DC. 100%.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Oh yeah, dude. If there's a Shooter McGavin in that fucking gold jacket group, it is DC. 100%. I'm on some fuck you DC shit still too, because they were talking about Charles Oliveira and him, and it's like, DC, you fucking cheated with that towel, and they stripped Charles of his belt. Fuck that. Fuck you, DC.
And then Khabib,
I'm still like that.
He did the same stuff too, didn't he? Khabib. You think because with the towel and the weights?
Did he do it? Did Khabib do it too? Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers, that whole goddamn gym.
Charles needs to really.
So Charles, you're telling me Charles needs to go train at that gym, and then everything would be fine. And then DC had the audacity. He was talking. They gave him the mic last night talking about Charles. What was I doing the whole time?
You were talking crap, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. I was just like, fuck you, DC. I was eating some grapes. I was like, fuck that. Fuck you, DC. I even threw a grape at the TV. I had enough of DC. And then now DC's all like, oh, the fight that would get me out of retirement. Ooh, that's what made me mad, too, is because he'd have to cut all the way down to 205. And it's like, son of a bitch, you couldn't even do it.
Who's he wants to fight?
Yuri,
that's right. Dude, he would probably mess Yuri up, dude, because you've seen how Yuri's not very intelligent when it comes to defending ground game. He set himself up to get taken down, doing the flying knees and stuff. You don't think DC would take full advantage of that?
Oh, yeah. It's the GSP Michael Bisping move. God damn you guys.
Glover Teixeira is a killer, though, and we should show some respect on his name, because who knows if DC could really pull off what Glover pulled off. He's been retired for a minute now.
Yeah. Oh, what about fucking Misha Tate last night, dude?
Ooh, against Lauren Murphy.
It's like, girl, why do you... Fighters, I get it. They love the fucking competition. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It'd be like, we love doing podcasting, and like we're like 95 years old. We can barely talk. And they're like, you guys got to quit. Mm-hmm. But we're like, still have that fire. We're like, why don't we want to quit?
God. It's different still, because it's so, this is such a dangerous sport.
A broken orbital bone, dude, enough. Misha, you have done enough, girl. Mm-hmm. You've done enough. Now you got a broken orbital.
And you got them little kids to worry about.
I know, you got a family. I feel like it's like, I like when I see Cowboy do movies. I like when fighters start doing things outside of UFC. It's like, do that, Misha.
It was cool watching the terminal list, and you're like, oh, there's Cowboy Cerrone fighting Chris Pratt.
Yeah, and you had no clue. Dude,
I had no idea.
Never watched one part of the show because I can't stand it. You love it. And I just look over. I'm like, oh, that's Cowboy, right? But it's like, oh, it is?
And then,
that was funny.
Out of all the people that Chris Pratt fights in that show, I love that they showed respect to Cerrone, and they fought for a good minute in the hallway.
Oh, really?
Like, usually Chris...
Yeah, sorry about that, Jobins. Damn it. Our equipment, we're going to get it better one day. Don't give up on us. Just things happen. Little hiccups, little bit of adversity. That's all that was. But yeah, we were talking about Brian Ortega and his shoulder injury, right? Mm-hmm. Just sucks when fucking things happen like that in a fight, man. And then how we got to where he was talking about how he fucking thought he won every moment of the round.
I know.
I just don't get it.
And it's like, dude, you were getting some clean shots on you. If anything, we just saw how good your chin is.
Yeah, because Yair was piecing him, dude. He had that fucking awesome front kick. That thing was like a fucking lightning bolt. And then, just kept landing the shots, better shots. Brian has power in his hands. And then, he was talking about how, like, oh, I don't know how it happened, and it just popped out. I think it was when he was trying to take him down. That really crazy, strenuous fucking takedown he had up against the...
Because his like right arm was all over his back.
And he tried hard. Even when he did it, I was like, damn, that must have been... I thought, wow, Brian's strong to do that because it was good. Mm-hmm. But then after his injury happened, then when it came out, so he's like, man, is that just one of those things where you're too strong for your own body and you don't even realize it? I don't know. But it just sucks because, yeah, I'd rather see a totally different outcome of the fight. I hope he doesn't have to have another surgery. He was talking about how he might have to have another one. That would be really shitty.
And it was shitty how they were talking about Yair Rodriguez, and it was like, man, do we even give him the title shot after that fight? And I was like, oh, well, I think they want to probably match up Josh Emmett now with him.
Yeah, that's what I think is that would be really fun. That'd be a fun fight.
But it's like, does Josh Emmett deserve the title shot now, though? Because that was an impressive fight he had. And he had the endurance to keep up with Calvin Kattar for that many rounds. Just nonstop. I don't know, man.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, especially with Alex wanting to go up, all these fighters. There's a lot going on. We got a good group of champs right now who are just lapping divisions. And now they're all like, oh, what do we want to do? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we got a lot of interesting moves right now. And then I was even hearing that they were talking about an intern title.
That would be interesting.
Oh, that'd be. I don't know though, because does that mean? Because you gotta obviously, Volkanovski's gotta fucking take care of his thumb, and then he was also talking about how Francis is out for a while, could be out for a minute. Who knows?
What would hurt though is like if Max Holloway became champ of that weight class and Alexander Volkanovski becomes lightweight champ, let's say, then it's like, how do you even respect the featherweight division when the featherweight champ just moved up?
It happens.
It would be tough, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, we're respecting Charles after Khabib just walked away. We're respecting the shit out of Charles. Someone will come up and do something.
That's an argument, though, is that Charles jiu-jitsu and like the fighting of the game styles and like what we want to see happen, who comes up on top with freestyle wrestling versus jiu-jitsu. Yeah. That is something to think about.
Well, that's what I'm excited about because they announced Charles Oliveira versus Islam. Dude, that is freestyle wrestling versus jiu-jitsu. I wonder if Tim's going to be looking at it. Because, dude, what happens if fucking Islam wins?
Mm-hmm. Then I think that would tell everyone in the MMA community that you just need to know how to have defense. Enough defense and enough dominance on the top
and to cardio.
Just win fights.
This is yeah, man.
Why do submission offense when you can just ground and pound and stay on top control?
Who do you Jobins got between that fight? Charles or fucking Islam? I'm going Islam.
I'm going Charles.
You're going Charles? He's got Khabib in his corner. Khabib's an amazing coach. Charles is wild. Charles is a wild card. This one's going to be interesting.
What if it cancels out and they don't grapple at all and then he just gets knocked out or something?
Yeah.
Because he gets dropped all the time.
Well, I think Islam's got a better version of Khabib with the hands. I think Islam can do better.
And that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the cardio would go to Islam. When was the last time we got to see Charles go a long time? I forget. His last few fights have just been so fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Dude, and then he won the freaking Fighter of the Year award for ESPYs. That was pretty cool. Congrats to Charles Oliveira for that. He deserves it because those were some exciting fights he's been putting on.
That's October 22nd. I'm actually really excited for that fight. What'd you think about Dana giving Kyle $250,000? We're a little late on this, but I saw how everyone was kind of freaking out. What do you think?
Well, I mean, given like fighter pay and everything, I can see where you'd be upset about it. I don't know, but it's his own money at the same time. It's just like, oof, Dana, like, do you even care about your fighters? I mean, I'm so out of that circle.
Dude, it's got to be a business move. It's got to be some kind of business move. Because like even Tim said in his pod, they make so much money probably for the UFC and their business deals that they have, the eyes. How many kids are watching UFC now because of the Nelk Boys? So, and that's what sucks about the UFC is when you're really popular, yeah, you're going to make more money. If you're not bringing in as much eyes and not really doing anything, but you're doing well, it's harder to make the big money.
Dude, and how Steve implements like the bets that he does on his streams and everything. And it's just like, how much does Dana appreciate that? Because of the bets that people and the younger generation's gambling more.
How cool would it have been if Kyle would have just turned around and gave it to a fighter? Since they love the UFC.
Ooh, I don't think Dana would like that.
Dana, that would have been a bad move.
Yeah. And you give it to the fighter and be like, I'm better than Dana? Yeah, he'd be pissed.
Damn, yeah, I never thought about that. Damn. Make it. Yeah, Dan, you get a phone call real quick from Dan. Don't you ever fucking do that again. I'm never giving you $250,000 again.
Dude, you know what I was thinking would be cool too? That I was thinking about because it was like with the Nelk Boys. If you could implement the Nelk Boys in like UFC and have like a NFL Street and NBA Street, a UFC Street, and you had like all the UFC fighters in fight settings like that, and then you could have a couple of the creative fighters that are like custom for the game that are unique characters, and then you have like Nelk Boy mofos like that are commentating.
That'd be a fun game.
I was like, why is UFC not capitalizing more on the games?
And how like the NBA games make that fucking city, how they make it a big city.
That would be.
What if you did
I
that?
like that.
Yeah. And then you gotta maybe you're like Brian Ortega and you're a character that's coming from the streets, and you're like, oh no, I shouldn't be fighting here.
EA UFC, step it up, okay? We need a UFC Street game.
Because these UFC games, just adding new fighters every fucking couple times for years on years. Don't be like GTA, dude. Like, come on. Make some fucking UFC games already. Fuck. Yeah. All right, let's get into these UFC picks real quick. Because Jobins, we got another fucking sick fight card this week. I'm actually really excited for it. Paul Craig versus Volkan Ozdemir. However you say it. My bad. I like this fight. Bear Jew, 6'3", reach, 76. He's on a 5-fight win streak, dude. Triangle choke against a lot of people. Everyone who's fought this weekend all fought each other.
Yeah. Because the last fight he had was against Nikita Krylov.
Yeah.
And he looked really good in that fight.
Triangle choke. Dude, Volkan, 2-fight losing streak. But one to the champ, one to Magomed Ankalaev.
Ankalaev?
Ankalaev. Oh, Ankalaev. Yeah, I can read that now. Ankalaev. Damn, I suck.
It's all good. But, man, who do you have winning that fight? Because those.
I got Paul. I'm going Paul.
So am I.
I'm going Paul.
But Volkan, what if Volkan knocks him out? Because it's a heavyweight fight. He's still got the hands. I'm
going Paul by TKO.
I would say sub. I think he's going to sub him. His jiu-jitsu looks so good.
It did.
In that fight, in that triangle choke, he blocked it up.
And in dangerous moments when it's like crazy.
He's good.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
I got Paul.
I got Paul too. Paul Craig. Paul Craig.
He's Scottish. A Scottish jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Okay, so I'm excited for this girl fight because we met Molly and she's really nice and I love her energy. She's got great energy. But I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, man, could this be a boring fight? I hope it's not a boring fight.
Ooh, well, that makes me even more nervous because Molly McCann seems like such a good fan favorite that she would put herself in a dangerous situation just to make sure that the fight's not boring.
I hope it's not boring.
And then that could cause her to get caught.
I'm nervous. I have a feeling like this is going to be one of those boring fights. And I don't know why.
Oh, no.
No, I don't think it's Molly. I think it's going to be Hannah.
Well, it's up to both fighters to make a good
Hopefully
fight.
I'm jinxing it right now. And then it's going to be fucking amazing. Because that's what I want. Because that's what I'm like, man, could it be really exciting? Or is this going to be one of them boring ones?
I think it's going to be so good. Dana White's going to come back on the mic and be like, there's never going to be a greater women's knockout than what you've just seen.
That's what she's coming off of, is that spinning fucking elbow. But you know how just sometimes those fights where we're so excited for, and then they're boring? They're big letdowns. Remember Rashad Evans versus Rampage?
You could even go back in more recent history and say Izzy versus Jared Cannonier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's just go back a couple fights ago.
Yeah. I don't know why the Rashad and Rampage hit me, because that one was just one of the first ones that really shook me about it, because there was so much hype.
I remember that.
There isn't a whole bunch of hype.
They were older at that time, too, though. They were both past their prime.
But, dude, you had Rampage ripping down doors. There was shit talk, and then it was a hug against the fence for 15 minutes, or even 25, if it was 5 or 3 rounds, I forget. A sheer disappointment. Now, there isn't that much hype on this one, like that tough season, but I don't know why I have that feeling with this one. Because I want Molly McMahon to just go out there fucking swinging, going crazy, and that fucking energy that she brings.
Molly McCann, she's got this. Yeah. I got her winning all day.
Yeah.
The hype train. And then you're fighting with your teammate again.
Right.
There's just too many good things lining up. It is special.
How special is that to be able to do that? Because that's got to be hard. Because, you got to both fight. If you're both fighting at the same time, hopefully you're not injured. You both are okay, and you can train and get better in time and even get a fight.
At the same time, I feel like it does make it easier because they train together and stuff. So it's like it kind of lines up. Because we've seen that with a lot of fighters in their camps, and like then they have fighters that are also in the same gym and they fight at the same night.
Yeah, I think about how fucking tough that is. It's got to be tough, and that's why I think it's so special. So yeah, I am rooting for Molly. Let's go. Hopefully, I'm completely wrong. It's not a.
She's gonna knock her out first round, back spinning elbow.
Yeah, back to back. And then Dana says it again. There is no fight ever that's going to be that good.
And then what do we see? We see Joanna get knocked out by Wei Li.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, hey, it happens, Dana. It happens. Women are just as exciting. We see knockouts just like this. It's not a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Dana, don't you know your own sport, bud? It's fucking MMA, dude. It's fucking beautiful.
It is.
Shit happens. All right. Let's see how horrible I say this one. Nikita Krylov.
Perfect.
Hey. Versus Alexander Gustafsson. This one's cool. These are vets. A lot of time in the UFC with these guys. Alexander Gustafsson, 2009. Nikita, 2013. Which surprised me. He's got a lot of experience in this fucking UFC, too. He's got wins. So, Nikita, dude. What do you think? Because Alex hasn't fought in so long. I got a lot on this one. Because this is a tough fight for me. I want to go Alex because, he's so big and tall and he's really good. The only people he's lost to are really good people.
He's beaten Glover Teixeira too, and Nikita lost to him.
Oh, yeah.
Although you can say fight timelines and you can say how
math. Yeah.
So it doesn't add up all the way.
And they're both on a fucking horrible losing streak. So you got 2-fight losing streak with Nikita and you got a 3-fight losing. Alex hasn't fought since 2000, hasn't got a win inside the UFC since 2017. 5 years since his hand's been raised in the octagon. But here, 2-fight losing streak with Nikita, Paul Craig, and Magomed Ankalaev. I'm learning, baby. There's so many names.
In the Russian names and, names that aren't English, American. It's hard.
Jobins, I failed Spanish, College grad, failed Spanish. Okay? Give me some credit, all right? Sorry. But Nikita's got some good wins. He's got some wins over Johnny Walker, OSP. That one's pretty impressive. Fabio Maldonado. I remember him back. He's been a while since he's fought. And then Emmanuel Newton. And then, his losses are to Glover and Jan.
Who are both champs.
Tough, right? So it's like, man, who wants it more? I feel like Krylov's going to fucking be the more aggressor.
I think Krylov wins.
I think that's
He's the younger guy. Thinking. He even has more experience, too. He's got more fights under his belt.
Well,
Alexander Gustafsson's crowning achievement is going the distance with John Jones. I mean, what happened when he fought DC? He got absolutely spanked.
That's when, dude, like rewinding the clock on him, dude. Ever since the loss on John Jones, then he wins against Jimmy Manuel with the knee and punches. I
get Misha Tate vibes, Amanda Lemos vibes again. I think it's like we're going to say, why not just stay retired? You're already training with he trains with freaking the Wolf, it's the freaking one guy we love.
Competitor, dude. Hamzat.
Yeah, he trains with can't you just have fun training with the best still, and then being satisfied that your team is making fucking waves? Why do you have to go in and get your ass kicked?
Because that's
what's happening.
They just want to be like, man, let me see what I got still. What do I still fucking got in me?
Statement right here. If I eat my words, I eat my words. I'm stamping it right now. He's getting his ass kicked. Gustafsson's getting his ass kicked by Nikita Krylov, and he's gonna retire after this fight. A retirement fight. Stamping it now.
See, I'm giving Alex a little more credit. I'm thinking he's going to look decent for being out of the octagon so long. We're going to be like, okay, he looks decent. I think that Nikita wins by decision.
I'll go early finish, and then he's going to retire.
Because, dude, Alex is 6'5" with a 79-inch reach. Nikita's 6'3" with a 77-inch reach. It's not that much of a difference, but it's a difference.
We'll see. We'll see when it happens.
And it's crazy. It's just crazy that Alex hasn't fought since 2020 when he lost to Fabricio Verdun. It's like, man, because we haven't seen Fabricio fight in forever. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy how 2 years isn't that long ago. Doesn't feel that long ago. But inside the UFC world, it's a long time. So much has changed. It's crazy.
It's the sports world, too. It's not about what have you done for me. It's about what have you done for me lately. Yeah. That's how it's always been, And it's like, those crazy fights don't mean nothing, dude. We'll see when he retires.
Yeah, I think Nikita's got to get inside Alex. He's got to outstrike him. I think that's the way that fight.
I could eat my words. What if Gustafsson just puts on the craziest show ever, and then they play this back, and I just look like an idiot? It happens. But
that'd be crazy.
Stamping it.
Boom. Patty the Batty. Patty the Batty versus Jordan. Dude,
this
Jobins,
is scary.
This one is really tough for me too. Because it's like, dude, this guy, Jordan Levitt, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to come out and try and grapple Patty. I think he's going to try and grapple this motherfucker hardcore.
Dude, but Patty's a grappling guy first. We know his stand-up's weaker.
I know.
He gets tagged
dude,
easy.
Patty's all over the place. Patty's a wild card, I think. He's a spaz. I don't even know what you can list him as a grappler, fine, but I put him as a spaz because you just don't fucking know. Mm-hmm. It kind of is just like one of those tumbleweed fights, just anywhere. It's just kind of weird, and then something fucking crazy happens. Either he gets, and then it's on the losing end or winning end.
And he's like an everyday person. He's got that average body type, like. Because he's shorter than freaking our boy Sean is, and Sean is like naturally good at that weight class he fights at.
He's got a long
Patty's
reach.
is kind of not the biggest guy for the weight class,
but he's got a long reach, 73-inch reach for being 5'10".
I think, I just don't know how successful he's going to be long term. I still got him winning though the fight.
Yeah. Dude, the Monkey King, 10-1, 2-fight win streak. Only loss is the Claudio Palalis guy, and that dude's looking real. He lost his debut or whatever, but now he's on a 5-fight win streak, and that dude's looked really good. 5-fight win streak. Pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong. Think they're all finishes. And so, like, that's the only dude Jordan Levitt's got. He's 10-1.
They're both the same age, same height. They're virtually identical besides the reach, right?
Identical. 5-fight win streak versus a 2-fight win streak. This is only Patty's third fight in the UFC too, which is crazy.
I think Patty's going to surprise us, dude. It's going to be that good vibes I get. Molly McCann and Patty winning on the same night.
I hate to say, I like Patty too because we met him. I love Patty and Molly, but this one's really tough for me. I want Patty to win. Who do I like more? I like Patty more, obviously. Haven't met Jordan yet, so I don't have any ties to it emotionally. But I got a big feeling Jordan's going to get this one.
Well, we disagree on that one. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yep. And I think it's going to be by submission.
I think Patty's going to knock him out in the second round.
Wouldn't that be awesome? We'll see.
He comes back from adversity.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, this fight's really fucking cool, dude. This one's fucking lit, Jobins. Again, we met Chris Curtis just a fucking week ago. Mm-hmm. Didn't even know he had a fight coming up. He's stepping in short nerdist. Short nerdist. Stepping up a wee short nerdist, lad. Yeah, no. Enough of that. But he didn't even know he had a fight. And he was so cool. He was so funny. He was awesome. He was really cool.
All the fighters were really cool. I'm fans of all those guys.
That's what happens every time you meet a fighter. You're like, damn it, they were so cool. How can we ever root against them? And he's got a really impressive career right now, dude. 8-fight win streak. I think he was a double champ or something. I don't know. I got to go back. He's got a picture with 2 belts on. So anytime I see that, I'm like, oh, you must have been a double champ in some organization. Didn't do my research. I only know him in the UFC. So sorry, Jobins. But I think he's got a Jack. Jack's tall. Fucking 6'1" to a 5'10" guy. Mm-hmm. I think this dude's going to get in. He's going to fucking knock him out, dude. Maybe get on fucking some ground and pound. He's got a lot of ground and pound wins. I think he's going to fucking do it.
Dude, but Jack Hermanson, his last fight was a loss to Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
Chris Curtis trains with Sean Strickland. I wonder if there's more bad blood there because of, like, the teams.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, hey, your boy.
Dude, I think Chris Curtis probably whoops on Sean Strickland. Don't you?
Ooh, that's interesting.
I think he would.
You think?
I think so. I think I
don't know.
I think so.
I think that Sean Strickland's. We're overlooking Sean Strickland because of what happened with Alex Pereira, but that's because he played the stupidest. Game plan.
The dude was 3 times as size. Like, get out of here.
You shouldn't have stood with him at all. Like, he should have at least incorporated some
Sean,
grappling.
You might as well have fought Francis Ngannou. Might as well fucking fought.
He got
Francis.
wrecked though.
Yeah, dude.
I think Chris Curtis would have got wrecked the same if he had the same fight style, same.
It's weird
plan.
too. Chris is 35, which is crazy. Ugh.
Jack Hermanson's 34. So
I know.
They're like the same age.
But I was like, damn, 35? Damn it.
Right. He ain't going to be in the game forever.
I know. And I'm like, man, I'm fucking rooting. This is awesome getting to know you and rooting for you. And you got some good fights.
Humble guy. He's just a warrior. You know he's out there to bleed.
It's like, I wish the clock was just a little back on you for you, brother. I wish you were 31 right now. I'd be like, oh, we got some good time. We're going to have some good times. And you never know. You're seeing people fight till 40, 42s. You can never count people out anymore. We might have 5 good years of Chris Curtis just fucking people up. That'd be fucking lit. Because, dude, I don't know. I'm not that impressed with Jack Hermanson lately.
I think Chris Curtis got a 2-year window to become champ.
2-year window? And he could do it. He could do it. Jack's got a fucking kind of interesting career, though, because look at the wins. Edmund, Calvin Gastelum, Ronaldo, David Branch, GM3, BLAYDES. Those are good wins.
I'm sorry, but neither of these guys will ever become champ. As long as Israel Adesanya.
That Calvin Gastelum win was real impressive. So it's like, damn, Jack's had a fucking interesting career. But yeah, who do you think wins? Chris?
I got Chris Curtis winning it.
And how do you think he wins?
Ooh, I'm going to go knockout. I'm going to go knockout or TKO first round.
God, that's hard. It's hard to know which fight I'm most excited about.
Oh, it's easy. For me, it's easily the freaking main event.
The main event's the one you're most excited for?
Most excited for. I'm a huge Tom Aspinall fan, bro.
Oh, okay. Because, dude, okay, this one's fun then. Because I think, I like Tom Aspinall and all that. But, dude, without Francis, Curtis Blaydes the champ.
What do you mean without Francis?
Derek Lewis got him.
Freaking knocked him out easy.
It happens.
All he has to do is wait for the takedown to happen.
Easily.
It was
that
easy.
Uppercut would fucking knock out anybody.
And he was ready for it. Dude.
They'd run it back.
He was just, and then he would probably uppercut him again because Curtis Blaydes would do a takedown again because his stand-up's not on par with freaking our boy Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis beats Curtis Blaydes 9 times out of 10.
You're going to see this upset. You're going to see the
and
the
that
hype
could happen because Tom Aspinall hasn't had this kind of test yet. But I'm
He's on
really
an 8-fight win streak, your boy.
I'm really hoping Tom Aspinall just destroys him, makes him look bad.
Dude, this one's interesting because Curtis is an amazing grappler.
He is
amazing.
He's a good wrestler.
And here we go. Tom Aspinall is the Mr. Amazing grappler.
He's the amazing MMA all around.
Oh, I know.
Guy.
So is Curtis.
Future.
So is Curtis.
I mean, Curtis doesn't have the. Well, do either of these guys have the knockout power that Francis or Derek Lewis has? Because there's levels.
I think there could be in the first couple strikes for especially for Tom. Curtis, I think so, but early rounds.
Because you know who else was someone that kind of reminds me of Tom Aspinall? Chris Dackhouse.
Dude,
Chris Dackhouse was ready. He was looking really good, and then that knockout power was the difference between him and Derek Lewis. Boom, you're out. Get out. I think
the experience that Curtis Blaydes has in the UFC. This is going to be his 16th UFC fight. He's 31. He's in his prime. Everyone that's not Derek Lewis or Francis Ngannou, he fucking wrecks.
What about Cyril Gane against him, you think?
I would love it.
Tom Aspinall's whooping on Curtis.
Curtis Blaydes, Tai Tuivasa, I'd love it.
Yeah, that would be good, too.
The heavyweights right now, Jobins, are stacked. I love it.
That's someone I forgot about.
Do you think I feel like, is this the number one contender fight? I don't know. I feel like it is. Especially if Tom Aspinall comes out and knocks Curtis Blaydes clean out. Do you think they give him, with Francis being out, there's probably going to be an interim title, right? And who gets that? Ty versus the winner of this?
I think Tom Aspinall would wreck Tai Tuivasa.
I would love to see it because I'm a huge Shuey fan.
I'm a huge Tom. Dude, every fight he's had, even though it hasn't been up against these kind of caliber fighters yet, has looked like can crushers.
It's going to be a good fight. Good fighting. I hope I make it because Jobins, I got invited to go with Sean to the meet and greet on Saturday. So I'm going to go with him. I don't know if you are. We'll find out. Probably. I would imagine you're going to go with me. But I'm going with Sean. I'm probably going to play bodyguard. You know what I mean? Know the perimeter of the whole entire area. Make sure everything's safe. If I see anything, dive. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Or slam. If anyone gets too crazy, you might have to slam somebody. You just never know. But I'm going to the meet and greet. So if any of you Jobins are going to the meet and greet, let's fucking go. I'll see you guys there. That's Saturday. There's a couple. I don't know. My bad. I should have known. But I know there's 2 time spots at some places. So Sean's going to post it. Go look at that. Yeah.
It's going to be insane. Damn, what's some fights we got going on, dude? It's going to be craziness. And then, should we talk about the movie we just watched?
Yeah.
Thor?
Talk about whatever you want, brother. You got to ask.
Because Thor, Love, and Thunder, man, I got to be honest. I think that might have been the best Thor movie I've seen.
It was the best Thor movie. Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, well, let's not dog on Thor Ragnarok. That's like my second favorite one.
Nah, dude. The first Thor, it goes this new Thor, Thor 1, Thor Dark World, and then, unfortunately, Thor Ragnarok. I wouldn't even.
You put Thor Dark World before you put Thor.
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
And that one was wow. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
That one was like hard not to fall asleep.
Thor Ragnarok's better than any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
No, not at all.
Easily.
No.
Easily.
No. If anything, Guardians of the Galaxy jolted back life into the fucking Marvel franchise. That's how I felt. I was like, wow, breath of fresh air here with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Never got that with fucking Thor Ragnarok.
That's not true, because Thor Ragnarok is all about aliens too, and like the space aspect of the Marvel universe. And Guardians of the Galaxy was the first one to bring out the aliens and everything in space.
Thor Ragnarok was an acid trip, dude. That's all that movie was. They're like, oh hey, how fucking colorful can we make a fucking Marvel movie? Thor Ragnarok.
Haters gonna hate.
Nah.
Dude, this is just like Thor Ragnarok on steroids.
Maybe I should watch it on, like, I've been wanting to do some mushrooms. Maybe that's the movie to watch. Maybe I'm just like, what the no, maybe not. I feel like I turned into the Hulk. No. Sorry, dude. I just didn't feel that way about it. That's all.
Dude, the new one, though, and Christian Bale's performance as Gore the God Butcher was pretty crazy.
Okay, I have some holes.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, guys.
No, I'm not going to give spoilers. I won't give away spoilers, Jobins. I just wish there was more depth of Christian Bale actually doing something threatening, something to cause concern, because it was very little, if to none. And moments when they should have been like, oh, we got this. Now what? And then it was really nothing. And then there was a quick Marvel movie. It was a 2 hours. They're usually like 2.5, 2:45. Shit. We didn't even hit the 3 hour with some of them. So it's like, this was a little shorter. I feel like Christian Bale could have had a little more depth.
Well, you think they'll have a director's cut, though, when it comes out? They'll probably add more minutes and stuff. You might get some of those scenes that you wanted.
Nah. And then the whole, maybe a little spoiler, but the whole Zeus thing.
With Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe plays fucking Zeus. That whole thing was a little silly and weird.
Silly and weird, but again, dude, I think it has to deal with the scope of the universe. I like it at the same time. I'm vibing to it. I like the movie. I like all the characters that are crazy characters.
It was funny, and Chris Hemsworth is a great actor, and no one else can play Thor. He does such a good job. It is funny, and the Rock guy is funny. His little Rock buddy. And when I love when you start a movie with someone telling a story, and then you're seeing it. I love that shit.
To me, it was the funniest Marvel movie so far.
Funniest?
I was laughing a lot. There was a point where I laughed out loud and no one else laughed. I was like, oh, I'm that guy.
Yeah, you are that guy.
I'm that guy who laughed really hard at this joke.
And everyone in the movie theater was like, why the fuck did he laugh at that part?
And then you're all embarrassed. I'm like, oh God, my sense of humor is so nerdy.
No, I wasn't. Jobins. We finished The Boys Season 3. If you guys are sleeping on The Boys, again, I'll preach it again, you need to watch it. Season 3 was by far my favorite season so far.
Dude, it's almost as good as Terminal List with Chris Pratt. It's almost as good. That's how good The Boys is. It's almost as good as Terminal List with Chris Pratt. It's such a good show. The Boys is so great. I agree. Don't sleep on The Boys.
If you're watching Terminal List, go ahead and just shut that off. Don't waste your time anymore. It's one of them cliche fucking stupid endings. Go ahead and tuck that off and turn on The Boys, because you're going to have way more of a time. A lot more fun. You're going to have a lot more fun watching The Boys. You're going to fall asleep. You're going to feel like sad when you watch the Terminal List. So up to you.
Hey, but Prime Video killing it. We should get sponsored by Prime. The amount of shows we watch there.
But dude, The Boys, everyone kills it. Everyone got crazy superpowers this season. It all made sense. We were worried about that in the beginning. We were like, oh man, this season looks like it's gonna be too crazy. And then it wasn't. It was perfect. It was good.
It was good.
What's the God? The main bad guy.
Ooh, Homelander.
Homelander. Thank you. Homelander is my favorite character. Am I a piece of shit? Let me know. If you know the show, am I a piece of shit that Homelander is my favorite character?
He is my...
Let me know.
It makes sense that he's your favorite. How could he not be?
How can he not be your favorite? He's so sick and twisted, and then he's so evil. But then like there's a little bit of him that's good, but not really. And then I don't know. The shit that he does reminds me of you, and it cracks me up because I'm like, man, if Brenden had these superpowers, he would probably be Homelander.
Okay, well, you know, he's got some sick problems. Let's not just say I'm Homelander.
I think your decision makings and when someone would piss you off are a lot like how Homelander treats these things.
I think he's...
I'd be next to you. I'd be like, oh, they pissed off Brenden. I know what's about to happen. And then it'd be like laser eyes, zing, all over the place. And I'd be like, oh, God, they pissed him off.
You're right. I do not deserve superpowers.
Yeah. And, oh, man, the directing of the show is fun. I just highly recommend it, Jobins. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm. I love the cast, too. You're right.
Season 3.
Even the main guy. I like him, too.
And no spoilers. But Black Noir is a character. He's this like ninja character who's really badass, and his character arc this season I really enjoyed.
Me too.
Yeah.
He's like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. It's almost like this is what it is. It's the darkest version of superheroes you can get, but it's like the realest version of like if people had superpowers.
It's satirical because it's like about the corporate greed element to it.
The symbolisms behind shit.
It's like they're making fun of Disney really hard.
They're making fun of like the way we run shit.
Yeah,
everything.
Exactly, because Disney is just an example
and the lies
of how we run shit.
Yeah, and how things really happen, and then how they're portrayed in the media.
Oof.
That's like.
And dude, A-Train too who is a black like Flash character, has such a great aspect to it too, with how they try to frame racism and like make it. Oh, dude, and
he killed
use
it this season.
Corporate greed.
He killed it this season.
Mm-hmm.
They all killed it this season. All the acting,
good stories.
Yeah,
because they like reflect society too. You know.
Oh yeah.
At like a hyper extreme.
And then it's fun. With the violence and the super. It's just fun. It's a good time.
It makes you think about because when I was watching Thor and I was watching like all these Marvel movies, I'm just thinking about like. These people have a lot of unchecked powers. Yeah. What could they get away with?
And I think about like how would Homelander would just rack everything. He's too powerful. Homelander's too fucking powerful.
Homelander is Superman if he had like the internet all the time and he was just in all these forums and chat rooms where it was just like all these bad toxic.
No, but did you hear about
dude, Edward Furlong?
Yeah, did you hear about Edward Furlong?
I didn't.
Jobins, if you know who Edward Furlong is, he's from Terminator 2. That's one of Brendan's favorite movies. American History X. He's got a movie with Meryl Streep. I forget the name of it.
He was in Detroit Rock City too back in the 90s.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of movies then.
He was a childhood fucking star back in the 90s, and he was really good. He was killing it. American History X was a good one. That was such a good fucking movie, and he killed it in it. And Terminator 2, you always pray, like, just because it was your favorite movie of all time.
It's easily top 5.
It just made me always kind of like, about it. You know what I mean? But I do love Terminator at the end of the day. And he does kill it in the movie. In fact, we should watch it. But where am I getting with it? Because it's been a long time. And after seeing this, it made me want to go back and watch some Edward Furlong movies. Because I was always like, man, whatever happened to this guy? Where'd he go? And it was because of fucking drug addiction, dude.
Mm-hmm. And he had abusive relationship too.
Dude.
He was not the perfect guy.
It breaks your fucking heart. And then when you hear about why and how it all starts, it's just crazy. But he came out talking about how he's 4 years sober of heroin, meth, and alcohol.
Wow.
So let's fucking go Edward Furlong. Because apparently he just wrapped up making a movie. So maybe he's going to make a comeback. Are we about to see Edward Furlong make a little comeback? And because we're now in let's people rally behind that. You know, they're rallying behind Edward Furlong. I'm rallying behind him. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go Edward. Yes. Because you hear, dude, we're in spots now where we go to parties. You go to Vegas, even if you just go to Vegas. And in everyday life of whoever you might hang out with or bump into somebody where you get offered something. And then to even take something like to try and fit in, to try and feel like okay to let loose so that you can feel comfortable of going into a crowd of people and just getting comfortable being around everybody. Or if you're hiding demons, if you've been through some fucking shit and that helps,
And think about this, dude, being famous and then you're just handed free stuff all the time. And it's like, well, it's free. They're promising that it's going to be an awesome time taking it.
And that's what Edward was talking about. He said at first he would take stuff just to feel like he could fit in and like talk to people. And it's like, and then it spirals out of control. And it's so sad. Because Sean gives me shit for how much weed I smoke. And it's like, at least I know at the end of the day, because I know if I did do coke or heroin or shit like that, if I was a rock star, I'd be dead. I'd flatline. Mm-hmm. Because it's just so like, that's just how I am. I have an addictive personality. But I would never do that shit. Now, we've lost so many people, so many famous people, so many famous, like a lot of my favorite musicians have died from drugs laced with fentanyl. I would much rather, and I know even some Jobins like, oh, you're probably crazy with that too. But I would much rather fucking take
Are you talking psychedelics?
Second thing.
You're going to bring psychedelics into the picture?
Too much weed. Effects of marijuana. Yeah. But psychedelics. I would much rather get offered psychedelics at a party than like cocaine or something that has fentanyl in it. Because I'm scared of that shit.
Psychedelics are trippy too because of how like they're natural in history. We were watching that sick ass documentary on Netflix. I want to watch all those episodes now.
On Netflix, How to Change Your Mind, and it just breaks down stuff. One of them about the
peyote and mescaline. Oh, it was so sad.
It was sad. It gets into the Native Americans, and you're like, wow. I thought I was gonna learn about peyote, but I've gone down this very sad, and it's like, holy shit. Fuck you, Canada. Fuck the French for all that. Sorry if I'm saying something that's bringing up bad ties, but holy shit, we got some real.
Watching that episode put me down a real sad trail of tears.
Like, damn, dude. Like, we got to just apologize and make it up.
I don't know if you can apologize and just magically bring back a whole race of people.
I know, dude. And then when they were talking about those 700 kids found in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and that freaking mass grave.
Well, dude, we're plugging into world shit now. Now people are like, God damn it, Brenden Schmitty.
Well, we were talking about that because it's related to peyote and mescaline. We were talking about psychedelics.
Dude, there's that crazy shit going on right now. There's just crazy shit going on right now. That's insane. Outplugging of the world. Boom. Yeah. Back to Edward Furlong. Hope he fucking makes a comeback. Because he overcame that. That's hard. That's got to be tough. Well, and I admire people who do that.
How do you make a comeback when you're in perhaps one of the greatest action films ever made as a child?
And
everyone sees you as that child in that movie.
Maybe he's back into love with it. Maybe it's helping him save his life again, or maybe he fell back in. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a fighter coming out of retirement to fight.
I'm sorry, but Edward Furlong's name to me is God.
Never. Yeah, see, you don't even know it.
John Connor. His name's John Connor.
No, dude. It's Edward Furlong.
The last movie I saw Edward Furlong in, they had CGI'd him to look like young John Connor again and killed him in that Terminator movie.
Yeah. Can you imagine, though, being famous at such a young age and, like, how you were saying real quick, getting offered everything? Like, that's got to be so fucking nuts. You got to hope that if, like, you would hope to have, like, someone, like, I got you know what I mean? So like
someone watching your back, and like has your best interest at heart.
Yeah, and always like when we get back, we're always talking about like what we've learned, what we shouldn't do, what we should do, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where if you're just wild every night, going out every night, you had a great time, and then you use the coke to wake back up in the morning and drink again to wake back up just to go do it again, and you do that for years. Like, dude, it's crazy. I'm happy Edward Furlong's still here. Because it would be really sad if he had died. Mm-hmm. You'd be like, damn, just another one. It's like, damn, why does fame do this? Fuck. It sucks. But that's why I'm super happy. Fucking thank God, Edward Furlong. I hope he makes a good comeback. Because I saw that and like, ooh, I want to talk about that on the pod. I had to. Yeah. Clerks 3 trailer dropped. What'd you think?
Oh my God, man. The nostalgia hit. And I was like, we got to see Clerks 3.
Yeah, Jobins. Fucking Jay and Silent Bob. So there's two fucking huge idols in my life. You got David Spade, Chris Farley, right? They're duos. Hey. And then you got these two. Jay and motherfucking Silent Bob.
I'd put them way over Chris Farley and David Spade still.
Just because of how much they've done?
Their influence on my life and the stoner comedies.
Yeah.
It's Jay and Silent Bob all day, hands down.
Now, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot kind of flopped. But it was, to me and you, It was such a fucking... I don't know about you, Jobins. I don't know if you guys have... Maybe these movies are too old for some of you. Maybe some of you guys are like, oh, fuck yeah, we're right there with you. But Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Dogma, Mallrats.
The only other group that compares to those two, or to really Kevin Smith, would be the Broken Lizard Troupe.
Yeah.
With Super those two groups of comedy really made me who I am.
That's why, like, another goal of ours, Jobins, is like when we have our group, when we got our group together, like me and Brenden would love to make movies where then we use the same people.
An ensemble cast.
And then and just keep casting them as different roles in movies. That would be so much fun. It'd be so much fun.
Because that's what those two groups always did.
So. Brendan's writing right now he's working on it, a little horror one where we're all doing something and we're all getting killed one at a time.
All the Jobins meet in real life.
Yeah. It would be a lot of fun. That's goals and dreams in the future. That's what we're working and just strive for to get at one day. So, yeah. But yeah, Clerks 3, that hit me with my feels. I already know it's going to. It's going to be like... Because the ending of the fucking Jay and Silent Bob reboot, dude, hit me. Oh, it hit me so hard. Even just talking about it, I can be like, oh, just start crying. Because, dude, they killed it. And it's crazy when, in my life, Jay and Silent Bob, the first thing I ever saw of them was Dogma. Oh. And my mom, my sisters, and my cousins could watch it. My mom would all watch it, but I wasn't allowed to watch it. What did that make me want to do?
Watch it.
Watch it even more. And I was like, why is this so crazy bad? And then I was like, oh, it's because of the cussing. But then, so it's crazy how, like, as a kid, I'm laughing because they're crude and how raunchy it is. But then as I've gotten older, it's become such a, like, lifelong journey tale with these movies that now they're way more than that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're like, I don't even know, like a family, like buddy comedy. I don't know.
And we're a little biased because it brings me back to a time.
Does.
You know, it's like when you watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which I can watch today.
Yes.
And love it.
And Dogma.
And it's from 2001. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%. And I don't think it's like, man, what if people who it's probably the same way for older movies that we didn't grow up watching, that people would be like, oh, they don't think that way? Because if you didn't grow up watching it like that, and then you're 16 years old and you're given Jay and Silent Bob reboot, would you like it? Or... You know what I mean? You'd have a whole different outlook on it.
Well, I feel like I'd be like, don't watch the reboot first, even if you're young.
Yeah, start them out right. Right? That's what I feel like I should do with my kids. If I ever have kids, be like, yo, I'm going to show them movies on VHS tapes. Fuck it. Or maybe even black and white. Maybe I should go further. Start black and white. And then I'd be like to tears if they're like, oh, this is so cool. And then you got to show them like in order of how things went to where you're at now. To kind of experience it how you have. Mm-hmm. It'd be a lot.
You know, a lot of parents probably experience that with Disney Plus because they have all the Disney movies when they were kids and they show their kids.
But even then, dude, the look of the films, they've been all remastered so many times after each decade.
Right.
It's like the original look of the cartoon with the original sound is how I want them to experience it. The way I experienced it. I need a fucking VHS tape. I need a fucking old school TV.
Well, I mean, we're beyond VHS now, so.
It'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. And then, did you hear about Welcome to Derry?
Oh, yeah. Well, only because you were telling me about it. Otherwise, no.
Well, act like you never have for the pod, blood. No, yeah. Jobins, I'm excited about it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if Skarsgård guy is going to be it. I hope he is. That'd be really fun. Be kind of crazy if it was someone different, right?
Yeah, you got to have it be Bill Skarsgård. He's the guy.
But apparently, Welcome to Derry is going to be on HBO Max. There's fucking big thing happening where it's got signed on and everything. So now production's going to start. So hopefully some casting, good casting. It's a prequel to the new It movies, and it's just about the town. And I think in the older days, I'm not sure, pretty sure.
The more I think about it, the more I really don't want it.
I want it. I want it so bad.
It seems like beating a dead horse. Like, we've gone through the material. Why do we have to?
I honestly, if there's going to be a change in this, I hope it's the director. I hope the director of the two movies is not attached or involved in this at all. Because he isn't that good. The two It movies, in my opinion, I loved them because I like it and I like it and everything. But it just wasn't that good.
And they had woke moments just to have woke moments.
I know, make it authentic or natural.
Like, let's have a hate crime where we like pretty much assault a gay
and then
couple,
nothing from it.
And then nothing happens.
Nothing happens from it. It was so weird.
And I was like, it was very uncomfortable and unsettling. And you didn't even have like a message.
Boom! Right in the beginning of the movie, and then you're like, okay.
Oh, so you just put that in there just for shock value. Yeah. Just for if anything, you're the problem, making it look.
If there is any difference, because you're right. If there is any difference, I do hope that there's a different director because I think the show could be fun. If they do it right, it's got to be scary and it's got to everything that happens and it has to have a fucking reason. And I think we're good.
Did they say what? Oh, HBO Max. That's right. Oh,
and man, the ending, like the ending for part 2 just sucked too. Like it just didn't feel like an ending. I blame the director for him. But real quick, How to Build a Sex Room on Netflix. What did you think of that show?
I liked the show. I enjoyed watching it. I thought it was interesting to see like this lady, the British lady that's in it. She's funny with her the contractor that she has.
Yeah. Oh, Jobins. It is sick. This old lady, she's a fucking badass. She does a whole bunch of like crazy room designs for like really expensive shit, high end. Mm-hmm. And then she fucking got into doing sex rooms. It's on Netflix. I think the show's funny as hell. And I want a sex room. If we can't have a sex room, don't even talk to me.
I don't know, man. To me, it was like
you're missing the message of the show. If you watch that show and you're a couple and you watch that show and you don't have a sex room and you don't look at each other at the end of watching these shows and you don't even question if you should have a sex room, I don't know.
Why can't you just be like, hey, the bedroom is the sex room? It's like, okay, I have to spend $60 to $70K for a fucking sex room.
Hey, yeah, but think about
$60 to $70K when we could just have maybe all the toys in the world in the closet, just take it out, and then boom, we got a freaking sex room on the spot.
But the room gives it such a better feeling, a tone. It sets the mood. The room sets the mood. What kind of mood do you want? The room will set it.
If I'm spending $60 to $70K on a sex room,
I think it's a brain thing.
Sex it better be all the time because we gotta get our money's worth.
Well, yeah. I think you would. I think a sex room gets your money worth. Check it out, Jobins. Let us know what you think. And then, boom, before we go, we watched the old school horror film last night. Shit. Was that your first time watching it?
That was my first time watching that movie.
Hold on, it was?
I had watched the sequel a long time ago back in high school.
It's called, wow.
Without, I wasn't really watching it back then.
Urban Legend. So what was it on? What did we watch it on?
Hulu.
And I saw that movie when it came out with my mom, dude. I was real young. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. And in fact, it's some of the reasons why even to this day, if I'm at night and I'm scared and I'm in a scared kind of mood, I always check my back seat because I don't want someone like laying back there going to cut my head off or anything. Yeah. But yeah, fucking what blew my mind is we're looking for something to watch. And I clicked on it. I'm like, ooh, what a legendary, because sometimes, a cult classic horror film from the old days is just fun to watch. They're just fun. Sometimes it's in the mood. It was storming last night. It was perfect.
It was still.
It was perfect. So I click on it. Jared Leto is the main guy, one of the main guys. And that blew my mind. You ever have those moments where you watched a movie a long time ago when you were a kid or younger, and then you go back and look and your mind's blown because you're like, holy shit. I didn't realize it was that person.
He's like the main guy.
Yeah, dude. And he's super young. Holy fuck. Never realized it was Jared Leto. And I knew it was Jesse from fucking Dawson's Creek. I knew that guy at the time because I was a big fan. And then he's an asshole in the movie.
I know. He gave me some real Me Too vibes.
I know.
He was in the car, and the girl, and he's
Such
like,
a switch.
He's like, you bitch. And I was like, oh, whoa, let's calm down, bro.
Yeah, it's like Jesse. I'm pretty sure his name was Jesse in Dawson's Creek. It's been a long time. That was me and my family show when I was a kid. I got fucking Dawson's Creek all day.
Shout out Joshua Jackson, JJ.
Yeah. Is that his name?
In real life.
Legendary. Because he was in Cursed.
Yeah, Cursed with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, what else was he in? He's been in a couple things. Been in a few things.
Dude, Tara Reid was looking bomb in that movie, too. I was like, whew, she's looking fresh.
That's just one of those fun. I would love to remake that movie, or even like you said, you had to like remake it as a game where you get the chooses and the outcomes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like an Until Dawn game.
Yeah,
but with this whole setup.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So yeah, if you haven't seen Urban Legend, there's like there's probably so many, 7 of them.
There was
probably.
Like 4 of them when I checked.
Oh, 4 of them.
Maybe more.
Because we watched the Bloody Mary one when we were kids. Dude, it's crazy that movies we watched together when we were kids are like 20 years old. It's freaking me out.
That's how it happens.
I just get on these fucking apps. I get on Netflix. I get on fucking all of them, and I just look at the times that movies came out. I'm just spending like 20 minutes looking at movies and going, oh my God, and doing the math. Oh my God, and freaking out. How in 20 years from now, what am I going to be like? I'm like, oh my God. It's going to be weird.
Damn. That was a good movie, though. I really liked her.
Yeah.
1998.
Yeah. And what I love about doing that, watching movies like that, is it takes me back. I can almost go back into the setting of the time and the world that I was in when that movie came out.
And you know how much of that stuff would have not even worked nowadays? Like, everyone would have a cell phone in that movie.
Oh, yeah. So many things. That's why we should remake it.
I didn't see one cell phone. I didn't see one cell phone come out.
We got to remake it. And we got to remake it with heart and dignity.
The movie wasn't perfect, guys. There was a lot of stupid scenes
a lot of stupid
where I
scenes.
was like, why would that decision be made?
But that's most old horror films. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, that was bad. But
hey, Scream 1 still doesn't have that.
It still
kind
slaps. Scream was.
Decision
I would still say that movie slapped. I enjoyed it.
It still was very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. Well, my friend, you got anything else for episode 84?
Damn, I think we went over a lot, and
Jobins, sorry that we had a couple of technical difficulties with our camera. It's fucking going out on us. We appreciate you guys watching and supporting. Hoping you're fucking enjoying the vlogs. Got part 3 coming out pretty soon. Yeah. It's fucking hot here, Jobins. You know it's hot when it's fucking like 95 degrees at 11:30 at night, 1 in the morning, and it's like, oh my God. So stay cool. We'll see you next time. Thank you for all the watching and support. Love you.
Thank you.